but I just graduated from University of Delaware. So I'm studying now to be a registered dietitian, and I'll be finished up in April, and then hopefully I'll be an RD and be working in hospitals with everyone. So,
yay! Welcome, my dear.
Okay. I may be messaging you about that because I need to know how to get started with that. That's what I really want to do.
Of course, I'll gladly help.
All right,
Nicole, your turn.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicole. I just became a coach maybe about 2 weeks ago, I think, and Kelsey and I met through Instagram, and I went through like 2 of her challenge groups and loved it so much, and loved like all of the help that I got from her and everyone in that group, and I just wanted to join and be a part of this awesome team and help people.
Your energy is so infectious. Yes. Kayla, my heart's so happy. I was not expecting you. I'm so happy you got on.
I didn't even know if I was going to be able to or if I was like supposed to or not, but I figured I just got my son down like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, you know what, this was meant to be.
Oh, I'm so happy. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Kayla. I think I know Becky.
Yep.
And I think that's it. I'm like looking at the faces on the top of the screen. I'm trying to figure out who's here. But I joined, oh my gracious, it feels like it was a week ago. I have no concept of time right now. So for all I know, it was like 4 days ago or something. I have no idea. And I've been using Shakeology for a long time now, after in life, and I just need some good positive energy and some good stuff that's positive for me to focus on. So I've got a 6-month-old sleeping in the room next door right now. So hopefully this will be just something that's all mine, just for me, that, you know, I can focus on and help me to be in a happier, better place in my life.
I'm so happy, Kay. Welcome. Becky and Danielle, quickly introduce, well, Becky, you'll introduce yourself, but Danielle, quickly introduce yourself.
Okay. My name's Danielle. I've been coaching since October, so for a while now. Seems like forever, but it's only been since October. I am so good, like ready to go, like not good at talking about myself. But yeah, I just signed up, and I've always been into like health and fitness, and it was just kind of like myself. And then I came to a point where I like hit a wall. Like I was literally like obsessed with like having the perfect body and being skinny. Like would spend almost 3 hours at the gym. Like I would CrossFit and do extra ab work, and then go do an hour of cardio. And then like last June, I was like, I'm done. Like I still went to the gym and worked out, but I didn't like eat well. And then finally I was like, in October, I was like, all right, I need to do something. And I kept seeing people talk about like Beachbody, and like I was against it. Like I'm not going to lie. I was like, I don't need a shake to help me get through. I didn't know what else like went with it.
Whatever.
Yeah. And then finally, actually my coach, I hung out with her husband one night. That sounds really bad, but I was hanging out with his friend. And he was just like talking her up about it. And then finally I was like, all right, let me like talk to her. And I told her, I was like, I just need the nutrition. Like all I wanted was the nutrition part of it. I was like, I'm not going to do these workouts. I'm not going to do it. I'll drink the shake. And that was it. Like I'm one of those people that literally like I had never tried Beachbody before. I signed up day one as a coach, and the rest is history, pretty much.
Yeah, and
it's part of my life. Like I'm a completely different person now.
Yeah, it's so crazy. On Danielle, when we did her Getting Started Right call with Raven, this girl didn't even say a word. Like she was like, yeah. And now she is just thriving. You're freaking doing Country Heat live on Facebook.
I'm gonna do it again this weekend.
Like you're killing it. I'm so happy. But just before Becky begins, I want to go over a few things. First things first, obviously, to do the then Liz is on. Oh, I'm so happy.
Hi, Kels.
Everyone, this is Liz. Liz, quickly introduce yourself.
I'm Liz. Hi.
When did you sign up to become a coach?
Let's see. It'll be 2 years in October when I signed up. End of October, I started after I had my daughter. I started the 21-day fix. Loved it and just keep going. So
happy, and you're doing so well.
Oh, thanks.
If everyone didn't watch Liz's video, Liz, I shared your video in the Soul Beauty Coaches page, but make sure you watch it and show her some love. It was so, it made me cry, Liz.
You're sweet. It made Rachel cry too, which is like huge.
I know. Well, I didn't know that about you, and to see you cry, I've never seen you cry, and that like just melted my heart in a way, and crazy.
Aw, that makes me really feel good because I have been so emotional, I feel like, since Nashville.
Yes.
Because I used to live in Nashville, and when we were there, like, I just kept thinking about where my life was then to where it is now. And I actually I need to be more open because I might come across to people as like, oh, I'm a mom now and I have a baby and a husband. But that was just in the last 2 years. Like before that, my life was completely different. So I'm trying to like open up and talk more about it.
It brought me to tears, Liz, and I'm so excited to follow you more and as you open up and just keep on sharing them. And when you can let us know, and we'll like blow it up and everything.
Oh, it gets worse. I mean, like there's so like that like opened like oh my God, I could talk about this now. I could talk about that's my battery. Yeah. Anyways, well, thank you. That's really sweet because it took a lot. Like I didn't know. I've been like waiting for today to come because like this will be a perfect day to like share something.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So bottom line, y'all, it's scary to be vulnerable and share your story, but in turn, it's like the most rewarding thing because you hear people that are struggling with the same exact thing, or even to hear like, wow, thank you. I really needed to hear that today from people. So as hard as it is to step outside your comfort zone, it grows you. But then you kind of create your people, your circle of like you rally up those troops, and I don't know, it's really cool to see. So thank you, Liz.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
I do have to share this too. I actually went to a happy hour with my husband tonight, and everybody there, like 8 girls, were like, I just have to tell you, your posts and your videos are so inspiring and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, good, because that's like all I strive for. Like that is all I strive for is literally to inspire people. And so many people came up to me and said that, and I just kind of left on a high, like, okay, no matter, how scary it is.
It is, yeah, that's so cool. Well, thanks,
stuff. So you're welcome.
And Kylie's on. Kylie, quickly introduce yourself because we have new coaches on. We have, Kayla, Emily, and Nicole. You weren't.
Hi. Sorry, my little doggy is being a little shit. So my name's Kylie. I started coaching in like the late May, early June. And hi, Liz. It's good to see you again.
I know. Hi, Kylie.
And Danielle. So hi, Becky. That's me. Yeah.
Well,
I'm rushed on this call right now. I didn't like prepare anything. I just saw you guys were going on.
Well, you're a nurse.
That's it.
You're a nurse. What made you want to become a coach?
Yeah, I just actually got back from a job interview today. I'm interviewing to go to a more prestigious plastic surgery center. So I just had an interview today, and I do plastics and I do ER nursing.
And what made you want to become a coach?
I just really wanted to help people the way that I intended to through nursing, but it wasn't really happening the way that I had designed that way. So when I realized that I was more caring about people and their lives and the relationship I had with them versus like just treating their boo-boos, I realized that I felt a little bit, I felt really, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Really appreciated with coaching and really valuable with coaching. And I really enjoyed it. I've made a lot of good relationships and healthier.
Awesome. Yes, we all feel better because the programs do work. And that's something I just quickly wanted to touch about. If you guys ever feel stuck with coaching or your businesses, for those who actually want to do this as a hobby or even a full-time job, it all goes back to we overcomplicate this business. Are you doing the program? Are you doing personal development? And are you sharing your journey? It basically comes down to those 3 things. I know the girls that were at Summit, we tend to overcomplicate this business, especially if you're in this for a few months. We start to think like, what's the big secret? What are we not doing? And it really comes down to those 3 basic things, and just do that and get better each day. But okay, Becky, it's your turn, ladies. Ladies, make sure you take notes and write down any questions that you may have for after the call, and we'll open it up for a Q&A. But I'm going to mute everyone, Becky.
Okay. Sounds good. Sorry, I'm just making more notes. But yeah, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Becky Albini. I have been coaching. It'll be 2 years in October too, like Liz. I started in October of 2014. I moved across the country to California. I'm from Connecticut originally. I went to school at University of Delaware. Competed for Miss Delaware, competed for Miss Connecticut too, and turn of effects, ended up, I mean, I guess I never really knew a healthy lifestyle. I grew up in an Italian household, danced 8 hours a day, and then I went off to college, and, freshman 15 happened. Decided I was going to compete for Miss Delaware. So the following year, I dieted and worked out 4 or 5 times a day. Didn't do it in the most healthy way. So, of course, once that was over, I was just totally lost. Ended up gaining the 50 pounds back that I lost within 2 months, which is really unhealthy, and developed a binge eating disorder. So I knew I was moving across the country and knew I needed to do something. I sought out a nutritionist my last year of college and then moved across the country and I knew Kelsey beforehand, but started off in her free clean eating group and then became a challenger and started off with Shakeology. And I have IBS-C, so like the constipated IBS, which are a result of all my past issues with my disorder and cutting out food groups, all that crazy stuff. And Shakeology did that for me. So I initially just became a discount coach and then realized how many people's lives I can change and help, including my own. So that's that. And now I'm here and a lot has changed. I am now engaged. I just bought my first house. So I'll be staying out in California probably a lot longer than I had planned, but that's okay. It's all in God's timing of, where my life's supposed to go. So my why was a lot different when I first started out in this business. I was just honestly in it for the discount to help myself. And now my why is most certainly I want to be able to travel with my fiance. Michael travels a lot for his job. And I would like to, just live my life how I want to live it. I really don't like going in 8 to 5 every day. And I mean, I love what I do. I love being a food scientist, but I just want to be able to make my own schedule. So that's kind of really how things have changed over the last 2 years. So I've been a coach for 2 years and I'm still an Emerald. So for those of you guys who don't know what Emerald is, it's basically you have 2 coaches under you, which we'll have more team calls about how all the legs work and everything like that. But so basically it's like you're a new coach. I've been the same rank for 2 years now. It probably should be a lot farther, but that's okay. I've always just been Liz. Right?
I feel you.
Right? Yeah. So in the beginning, I think I was just always scared. I always followed in Kelsey's footsteps. I did whatever Kelsey did, went along with her for the ride. And it wasn't until Summit, like I had this whole realization changed for me. And how I just really realized you make this business what you want it to be. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want to do. You could be a hobby. You could be a discount. You could be a full-time. But I think the coolest thing is that this is your business at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So be true to you. I think it goes back to the whole overcomplicating things. You look to other people and you start to get confused and you start to question, well, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? So I wanted to share some of like my before things that I was doing and now kind of my after things that I'm doing now. So before Summit, I was so nervous of screwing up. I wasn't, what if I'm not doing this right? What if I'm not sending the right message to somebody to invite them to my challenge group? What if my wording is wrong, for asking somebody to become a coach? Overthinking and overthinking and overthinking, where at the end of the day, you really just have to be yourself. People are going to connect with who you are before they're going to connect with a product or anything that Beachbody has to offer. They're going to connect with your story first. And then also, I always thought, well, what are people going to think about me? I'm this 23-year-old girl, just basically starting out life, I guess you can say. And how's this girl going to help me? That kept going through my head. And what are people going to think about me, especially because I did have an eating disorder and, I lost all that weight and then I gained it all back on. It's like, well, people are going to think, well, this girl doesn't know how to live a healthy lifestyle. So I also had all of those doubts in the back of my head. And then I was also, I'm not sure if any of you girls can relate, going against the status quo of kind of what my parents in society, views your life as. You go to school, you go to college, you get a degree, and then you go and you work, and that was always instilled in me growing up. And so for me to like tell my parents, this is not what I want to do the rest of my life. I want to be my own boss. They still to this day tell me I'm not going to be able to make it full time. So I'm going to prove them wrong because I'm going to. But that was always something too that's kind of in the back of my mind. Because your family is your family and you value their opinion. At least I value their opinion more than anything. So to not have them kind of be on board is and still is kind of a little bit rough. And then also in the beginning, I was wanting answers instead of going and looking for myself. And I've kind of applied what I learned from my real-time job because I'm a research and development food scientist, so I develop food products. And I started the department at my new company. So it's really kind of, I'm teaching myself as I'm going. And I realize, why am I not applying that to my business? You know what I mean? I'm constantly looking for answers. I think that's kind of what our society has come to. We want answers instead of going to look for them. So that's what I was kind of doing in the beginning. And then also, I wasn't doing the 3 vital behaviors. One, especially following the programs. I would always start something and I wouldn't finish it. In the beginning, I was so religious about following the 21-day fix programs and the eating plan. And then I kind of just went to the wayside. And in this business, you truly have to be a product of the product. To show people this is a lifestyle and it's not just some gimmick or anything like that. Because people are going to want to see your pictures and your transformation. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have you've seen other MDL kind of companies, Advocare, Isogenics, whatever. Do you realize they always share other people's pictures instead of their own? And you can't really connect with that. So it's very, very important to be a product of the product and show people you can have pizza and wine and you can live the lifestyle you want to live. Yeah, see, Kelsey got it. So after Summit, I was like, Summit was exactly kind of what I needed for a realization of this can be what I want it to be. This can be whatever you want it to be, and Beachbody is so much more than a product and a program. This is an amazing company. Like, just for you, the new girls, because I didn't even know this, and I've been a coach for 2 years, but this past year they had raised over, correct me if I'm wrong, like $4 million for charities. And one of them is to build over 500 homes in Texas for homeless families. So it just is so beyond that. And I don't think people even, they don't see that side of it. But this company truly cares about people, Okay, so then after Summit, I came right home and I digged right into a program. Obviously at Summit didn't eat the best. So I was like, hey, I had this 3-day refresh sitting in my closet for 2 years. I was like, okay, maybe it's time I actually pull this thing out. And wouldn't you know, you follow the program, you share the story, you share your results. Amazing what it does. I just came back, shared my story. I came to people who reached out to me after I shared my results. What is this? How can I get my hands on it? I love that you were so honest about it, yada, yada. And it was more for me just to prove to myself that I could do it, that I can finish and I could start something and I can do it. That was why I honestly did it, on top of needing to kind of get myself back into a healthy lifestyle. So that was what I needed just to kick myself off. Then I really gave myself a gut check. I think at Summit, that's what Carl and a lot of the people were doing, was give yourself an honest gut check. Am I honestly doing everything in this business that I can to be successful? I really had to ask myself that. I wasn't following the programs. I wasn't messaging people. I was posting every day. I was expecting people to come to me, but I wasn't doing, 3 vital behaviors of being the product, personal development too. I wasn't doing that, which is so important. And messaging people. So I honestly needed to be like, okay, Becky, snap out of it. It's not just going to hand to you on a silver platter. You have to work for, what is that saying? It's like, you have to, whatever is worth having is worth working for. If it's worth having, it's worth working for. And I honestly had to remind myself of that. And then it always comes back to the why, you know, like you girls just said, you know, why you started coaching, you know, it always goes back to that why. And it's okay that it transforms over time. You know, mine did. And so I really had to ask myself, why am I doing this? What do I want for my life? You know, is it worth sacrificing now to get that long-term, you know, goal? And I think so much too, we always look at the bigger picture than we do kind of our small goals, you know. And for right now, my goals are kind of getting myself back on track, getting myself organized, you know, so that I could grow my team and have a successful business in the long term. So it's just as much working on yourself as it is working on with your other people and your coaches and your challengers. You know, you have to be your best version of yourself before you can move forward with others. Also, how fun is it to be, like I said earlier, you're creating something of your own. You know what I mean? You literally get to do whatever you want with this business. You know, your Instagram, your Facebook, your business, your team name, whatever, you know, which is so cool. And you get to connect with so many people. So many people. Carl made this, also told us there's, in the year 2017, or this past next year, there's going to be over 260 million obese people. That's 260 million people that need help. You know what I mean? And each and every one of you has something to give to 260 million people. You know, so be yourself, because there are going to be so many people out there that can connect with you over a product, you know, or the program. Also, make it fun. Make your business fun. Do power hours with your friends. You know, Danielle, Molly, and I have just started doing 2 times a week. We do our power hour together. We go through our list, you know, messaging 3 people, personal development, workout, Shakeology. This way you are holding yourself accountable, on top of, you know, you're holding everybody accountable basically. And it makes it fun. You know, this way you also could bounce ideas off of each other. Like Danielle and Molly gave me ideas for what to post this week. Because there are times where you're like, I don't know what to post anymore. Like I've posted this so many times, you know, so it's just nice because everybody's different. They have their opinions to give you an idea of what you should do. So make it fun. You know, this business is supposed to be fun. It's a lot of hard work too, but it's supposed to be fun too at the end of the day. Also, step outside your comfort zone. Get vulnerable, get real, get raw, because those are the times when people are going to connect with you. Do live videos. I can't even tell you how many people love the live videos. And, you know, the other day I had, which I ended up taking down because my mom didn't think it was good for my employer, but like I've been having issues with pain in one of my breasts, and I went to the doctor and it ended up being cysts, and I'm going to get ultrasounds next week. But even for the time it was up, I got 6 or 7 messages from other women that said, you know, hey, I had the same thing. Like, I'm hoping it's nothing too serious. And, you know, that just was really nice, really resonated with me, because there are other people out there that are dealing with the same things you're dealing with. And it's when you open up about that I think people can really dig in deeper on a deeper level with you. So yeah, it's uncomfortable, and getting past that, what people think about you, is hard. But if you get past that, think about how many people's lives you can impact and how many people you can inspire to do the same, you know? And then I have my notes. I had a quote that I saw today that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me pull it up. And it said, making excuses won't change your situation. Only getting to the real reason behind it can do this. Excuses are for people who refuse to take responsibility of their life and how it turns out. And that's so true. So many times we let our excuses get in the way. You know, how many times do you not want to get up early, you know, and work out? How many times would you rather pick the salad out over the pizza? You know, it really comes down to excuses, and that's what I did for 2 years. I'll be the first one to tell you, I used excuses. I was fearful of what this business was about, you know, and I was fearful of what it could really become, but I knew it could become something spectacular. I just don't know why I was so fearful of that. So don't let your excuses get in the way. Yeah, you're going to fall down. Yeah, you're going to, you know, have ditches in the road, or, you know, but it's when you get back up and you learn from those that you move forward and you're that much stronger. So don't let those excuses get in the way of what you want out of this business. You know, obviously everybody's different, but just keep remembering what your whys are. Also, something that I found was really important when I came back from Summit was sharing my goals and my dreams with my loved ones. So I think I never really, they knew I was doing Beachbody and I was coach, but like, I don't think they really knew the extent of what I wanted from it, that I wanted this to become a full-time job. And, you know, I sat down with Michael and we talked about, you know, sacrificing time together every day, you know, where I would work on my business, you know, because obviously he would like me to be around more often too, you know, and my parents, which, you know, they're still a little hesitant about it, but at least they know that's what I'm working towards, you know. So I think it's really important to share your goals and aspirations with your loved ones. So they're on the same page with you too, just sharing with them how important this is to you, you know, if it is that important. But yeah, so what? Okay. I'm going to do an activity. I want everybody to tell me what their last excuse was, because I think it's so important to share those, because you have them internally and you could talk yourself out of it, or you talk yourself into the excuse. So I want to know, what was your last excuse? How did you get out of it, or did you actually go into the excuse? So Kels, you want to go first?
Yeah, because it just happened like in 3 hours ago. I woke up super lazy today. Like, it's so crazy how like yesterday was so great. I was on a high, but then literally the next day could be like meh. And I woke up feeling so crappy and just lazy and unmotivated and whatever it may be. And I did not want to work out at all. I did not want to work out. And I was like, Jason, do I have to work out? He's like, no. He's like, no, you don't have to work out. He's like, but you'll feel better if you work out. So because I like to get my workout in the morning, and here it is like 5 o'clock. I'm just getting my workout in, and I ended up getting it in, but it's hard, y'all. It's hard to like push past how you're feeling in that given moment. But then it took me every ounce in me to do my workout, to get my workout in. But I did it, and I felt good despite my bloody nose through half the workout. But it's okay though. I did it.
Good job. Proud of you.
I'll popcorn to someone. Nicole.
Okay, well, mine is pretty much the same. Like, I got done with work yesterday, and we had ended up being there longer than what I thought we were going to be at work for. So I get done with work, and I'm driving home, and I'm just like, I really don't want to work out. I'm a part of this like badass challenge group, and I'm like, I really have to do this though. I just like was not motivated at all, and I was sore because I'm doing like the hammer chisel one, which I've never tried before. So yeah, and then I hopped on Facebook though and saw there were like 10 other comments before mine in our like daily check-in of like all these ladies that had like done their workout and drank Shakeology and did all of this, and I was like, yes, that is what I need. So I will go do my workout and suffer through the soreness.
Good. Did you feel better after?
Yeah, I really did too. And I was talking to my husband too before I did it, and I was like, I'm super sore today, and he was like, yeah, but you're gonna feel better once you get moving. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then I did. Like halfway through the workout, I was like, wow, I really don't feel anything soreness wise right now. I was like, oh, he was right again.
That's so cool. I love it. All right, you popcorn someone, Nicole.
Danielle.
Okay, mine was today too as well, Kelsey. It was such a pretty day here, and I was like, I'm going to go lay out and do my personal development outside. And I walked up to my bedroom, and my puppy woke me up at 5 a.m., and I was like, my bed looks really comfortable right now. So I took a nap. And then I woke up, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll do it later. And I knew I wouldn't do it later. So I put my bathing suit on, and I can read so much better when I'm by the pool. I don't know why. Like, I can sit there and read all day. But if I'm in the house, they start fighting, and people, if you have 2 dogs, you understand they fight a lot. They interrupt you a lot. Like, it's ridiculous. So I went out because every time I do my personal development, it helps me, takes my mind off those crazy thoughts that we're not going to get into today. And so I did. I went outside and I read like for 45 minutes. Now I'm in great mood. So
Do you feel like a badass now that you read You Are a Badass?
I'm not done yet. So I'm not a total badass yet, but I'm getting there.
Good.
That's a good book.
Oh, it's Kylie.
Okay.
Myself. Oh, okay. Sorry, my dog's like running around and causing a lot of noise. Yes, was it yesterday? What's today? No, I would say 2 days ago. I'm usually like the queen of rationalization. I can rationalize my way out of pretty much anything. So I've been doing really good. One of my biggest barriers is just that I work really long hours and it's really, really stressful and mentally just completely draining that I just don't have time for myself. I'm not a morning person, so waking up before work is really challenging. And then working out after work is like a complete no-go. Like, no way, I'm not going to work out at 10:30 at night. Like, that's ridiculous. So before work, I had been getting up and working out, and then this was like my 3rd day, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like my 5th out of this work week, and I'm tired and I don't want to do it. And so I had just recently gotten energized, so that really helped a lot. So I popped some energized, and then I was still like, no, it's 8 o'clock right now, I'm still at work, like I'm just not feeling it. And it's just excuse after excuse after excuse. Like, I've done so good like this whole week. I've really gotten up before work and I've worked out and I've done all these things that I don't normally do, so you deserve a little bit of a rest. And yeah, it overtook me, and I did. I rested, and but I do look at it and I'm like, I think I just really did need rest, and I did do well. But I rationalize myself into eating an entire pint of ice cream. So it was like the same philosophy. Like the night before I ended up eating it, my father-in-law comes over and helps me with my dog and letting him out when I'm at work. And so he's like, it's like when you have a boyfriend and your boyfriend starts bringing things over to the house. Like, that's what my father-in-law is doing. Like, there's KFC in the fridge and like big things of like, mashed potatoes and gravy and little biscuits. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I did not ask for this. You need to remove all these products. So I opened up the freezer I was in search for something that could feed that little tiny, sweet craving. And there it was, sitting on the top shelf. It just appeared out of nowhere. There was a pint of ice cream. And I was like, there it is. God answer my prayers. I'll just eat it and it'll be okay, because I worked so hard and I'm looking good right now and it's all good, And so this is what I did. So I ate. So I looked at the label and I was like, oh Lord have mercy. It's like 26 grams of sugar in a fourth of a cup of the thing or whatever. And so I was like, well, that's not too bad. So I started eating it.
That's hilarious.
I started eating it. But you know what? I put it away after I ate that small, tiny layer on top. So I was actually very proud of myself because I didn't deprive myself, yet I didn't fully indulge.
It's discipline.
Next night, it just overtook me and I ate the rest.
It's okay.
And I had almost a whole bottle of wine last night. I am a champion!
I'm proud of you. Yes. Good job.
Anyway, let's go with Kayla.
I'm not like the success story for this just yet, but I've been talking myself out of pretty regularly, even just doing any kind of exercise except for walking. I've been walking, so we live across the street from a really nice park, and so I go walking like every other day, and the heat has been so bad this week, and so it's been really, really hot here, and like not even just me being lazy, but it's like really hot here. So I have been talking myself out of going because I'm like, it's hot, I should stay inside. I have enough DVDs. I've got like Pio, I have enough DVDs here that I could work out inside. But I've been talking myself out of it because I'm like, I'm exhausted and it's hot, and that's enough for me to just convince myself not to do anything. And so the not working out isn't as big of a deal, but I normally hold myself accountable that if I'm not working out on a day, that I need to make sure that I'm extra conscious of what I'm eating and just make sure that I'm like not like splurging on anything, just eating normal meals and normal portions and things like that if I don't work out. And today, oh my goodness, I don't know, for all of you Delaware girls, if you know Vincenza, she and her sister own an ice cream shop that's like right down the street from where I live. And if you're not, oh my gosh, and if you're not from Delaware, it doesn't matter. It's great ice cream. And I tonight was like, I'm so stressed. My husband's out of town today, you know, until tomorrow. I've got the baby. So I convinced myself that I deserved a milkshake. And I went and I got it. And today was the day that I promised myself, because I didn't exercise, that I wouldn't have any kind of crazy splurging or anything like that. So I'm not quite the victory story of it yet, but hopefully tomorrow I hold myself accountable for just, you know, like holding true to my promise to myself to take good care of myself tomorrow.
And that's okay. Kayla, I'm actually going to add you to our challenge group we're running right now.
Okay.
I want to add you to that because it'll be nice for you to see like what a challenge group is about and everything. But speaking of Pile, Liz is actually an instructor, so maybe like you can go back to the basics of like committing to a program even too, you know?
Yeah, no, that would be good, because I think I'm like just kind of doing my own thing right now, so maybe just some sort of structure.
Yeah, so that's what Becky just talked about. Like we've all been dabblers in programs, but when we see true results when we actually stick to have that structure and stick to the program. You know,
Yeah.
It's so crazy. So I'm gonna ask what.
That's so weird how that works.
Jason's like, that's so weird how that works. Yeah, so weird. It's rocket science. So yeah, I'm gonna add you to that. So okay, you popcorn someone.
Oh, sugar. Okay. Liz, did you go?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not
Sorry.
yet. Let me think. Honestly, I think just driving home tonight, my daughter fell asleep in the car and my husband's out, and I thought, oh my God, it's 8:15. Like I can just go and watch Netflix for the rest of the night, and she's sleeping, and I can have like one. And then I hopped on Facebook, Kelsey, and I saw your post about your meeting. And I was like, oh, okay, I should get on. And so if you see me like walking around, I'm basically like gathering all my stuff to do work right now. So that's what I need to be doing. I need to take advantage of the fact that the husband is not home, because I try not to work when he's at home and spend more time with him. But now that he's gone, I should. So thank you for having your meeting and letting me crush it tonight.
I'm so happy you're on. Okay, I guess yeah.
Me? Okay, so I guess my most recent excuse is that I keep pushing off posting that I'm a coach to all my followers, and Kelsey knows that. But so I guess it's mainly out of nerves, and like even Becky was saying like what other people are gonna think and everything. But I know that once I do it, I will be super excited about it. So I kind of just have to get like through that and just do it, and then I know I'll put like full energy into it. So I'm currently making like a new cover photo, and that's kind of how I'm gonna do it, because I love making, you know, collages and that type of thing. So I think once I do that by tomorrow, I should be good.
Rip the Band-Aid off, girlfriend. Just rip it off and do it. Nicole,
yeah, once I do.
Yeah, Nicole, do you have any tips, because you just recently did your new coach announcement?
I did. I just did it like a couple days ago, and I, to be completely honest, was super nervous. Like,
okay, good.
I like had it all ready to go in the morning and didn't post it until the afternoon because that's how nervous.
Yeah, like I know what I'm gonna say. I just, you know, gotta be.
Yeah, but I was just like going through like these awesome quotes that I had found like through Pinterest and stuff like that, like motivational quotes, and I was like, you know, like which one like really resonates with how I was feeling when I like wanted to become a coach. And so I kind of like built off of that, and then just like went from there, and it ended up being great. Like they said, it's like it's awesome once you do put it on there, and it feels so good to like let people know, and then you get like all this awesome feedback too.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Becky, you didn't tell your excuse.
Oh, my excuse. So yesterday, I don't know. I was working on 3 projects at work, and then all of a sudden I got another one thrown at me that had to be done within the hour and a half. So went right through my lunch break. So I didn't end up eating for a long time, and I was starving by that point. So
She sent me like 3 text messages telling me how hungry she was yesterday.
I was so hungry. So one of my coworkers went to get Mexican food like they always do. And I've been so good. Like I haven't had it in so long. And even like, okay, I have to just share this with you. Well, there's like this little Mexican woman that works at the plant that I work at, and she only speaks Mexican or Spanish. So she tries to like communicate with me with her hands. And so she goes like this to me today. She had pointed at me and she went like this. And like, you got skinny, which is so funny. I love her.
Shut up.
Yeah. So like, hence I haven't been getting taco truck. I haven't been eating the donuts. Like there's donuts there every day, bagels there every day. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to let myself have this. I didn't get any sour cream. I didn't get any of the stuff in it. It was literally just rice and beans and the meat. And I had it, and I was totally content with it. And I was like, okay, now tomorrow I have to be good because I knew we were having these cupcake wars today at work. So I brought in my cupcakes, brought in the cookies, and I didn't have a thing because I was like, you know what, I had yesterday. This is like a big thing for me because normally I always give in to my excuses, and especially with my past. So I'm super proud of myself. So yeah, so I gave in to an excuse and then I got rid of the excuse.
That's awesome. No, guys, it's so cool seeing Becky. Like Becky, I'm like in awe of your call tonight. Do you have anything else to share?
Basically, I guess just, you know, own your business, own what you want to do, own your life. You know what I mean? It's totally outside of the business too. Like just focus on yourself, because once you're okay with yourself and you're happy, you're the best version of yourself, it's going to work its way throughout every other aspect of your life, you know? So if anyone ever has any questions, you know, don't hesitate to reach out to me about anything, because I like to talk. So.
Yeah, guys, I was going to say, because it's really cool to see Becky do this call tonight, because Becky kind of like she is co-founder of Soul Beauty Fitness. She was my first ever coach that signed up under me. And I mean, it makes me so giddy because seeing this girl just totally transform like over the past 2 years is incredible, because the excuse making, and like she was so nervous to take accountability, and I don't know who she is anymore. Like this girl like flipped a switch when she got home from Summit. She is taking ownership and accountability, and she's inspiring me to like just look at myself as a CEO. Like she is a businesswoman, and it's so cool seeing you you've developed into that, Beth, and I'm just so proud of you. It's so cool to see. I get the Jesus bumps. You see?
Jesus bumps.
I do. So I'm so proud of you. But ladies, I have the recording. Feel free if you have to. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I don't have any questions. Did you find it helpful? I hope.
Yeah, it was very helpful.
Okay, good.
Does any new coaches have questions? Kayla or Em or Nicole?
If I think of any, I'll definitely send you a message.
Let me know.
Let it all soak in.
I was gonna say, it's kind of hard. Sometimes you have to like listen to everything, and then you're like, "Oh crap, I should have said this." But like, just send her a message. Like
you have to process everything. But I do just want to say a few things before we wrap up this call, and don't get off because I want to take a picture. But what I like what Becky said about the why. I always go back to Lindsay Matway's video. She says your why has to scare you. Like you can't be in this business or like kind of do anything. Like what's going to keep you in this business when like you don't see the results right away? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, what did she say? Like she couldn't just like, so her why couldn't be like, oh, because I want to go to Disney World with my family. You know, her why was the fear of her daughter going to her and saying, Mommy, can I do horseback riding lessons? And for her saying to her daughter, I'm sorry, honey, we can't afford those lessons. Like that was her why. Her why was the fear of having to say no to her daughter, and that scared the living daylight out of her because she wants to give her daughter the best life possible. So really dig deep and figure out your why. Like what's going to keep you focused and motivated and intentional when things get rough, because they're going to get rough. This business is not easy. Like it's not handed to you on a silver platter like Becky was talking about. It's just not. And I did a video before this about someone messaged me about, you're so lucky, Kelsey. You're so lucky you get to do what you do. And while I'm so grateful for this opportunity, I mean, there's a lot of early mornings and long nights I put into this business, you know, and it takes sacrifices and things like that. So yeah, I'm grateful, but this wasn't luck. I didn't win the lottery. Yeah, I won the lottery with the opportunity, but once you say yes to the opportunity, there's work that needs to be put into it, you know? So I really just the excuses was so great, Becky. And like I said, this is something, y'all, that no one can take away from you. I love that. Soul Beauty Fitness, my business, is something that is mine. No one owns it. I don't have to hit a ceiling of income, and I don't have to wait for that pay raise for my boss to give it to me. Like, I work when I want to work. I set goals. I dream big, and this is my business. Like, so this is your business, ladies. Yes, we're all in this together, but you are a CEO. And I think, Becky, correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't view yourself as a CEO. I think for the longest time, like she said, she was following what I was doing, which was great, but she's like, she didn't have her own identity yet in the business. And once she viewed herself as a CEO and that she's capable of doing the exact same thing, that's when, like, she started to take off. Is that right? Kind of?
Yeah,
Exactly. So, yeah. So, yes, I want you guys to follow my lead and follow the other top coaches' lead, like Becky and Danielle. You guys are awesome. I mean, even Kylie, you're killing it as a new coach. And Liz just went diamond too. Like, it's good to follow coaches' leads, but find your own niche and develop your own brand and, like, your own uniqueness in this business too. Don't look at someone and say, oh, well, I have to do that because they're doing that. No. Do what works for you. And yeah, I think that's what I wanted to talk about. No one has any questions? Everyone good?
Yeah, cover everything we talked about before. Everyone got on.
Oh yeah, before I will just do the also the business activity tracker. Kayla, we have to have a little one-on-one call, so this pod is gonna be like woo to you. So I hope you're not too overwhelmed. But guys, the business activity tracker is awesome. Watch the video I posted a few days ago about it. And it's in the file section because I just started getting the habit of using it, and it's a good indicator of what you should be doing on a daily basis. And it's like check mark, check mark, check mark. So that way, if you feel stuck with something or if you don't feel like something's going your way, I want to see your business activity tracker. I want to see what you're doing and things like that. So, because I know for me, I wasn't using that. I felt like there was a secret sauce that nobody was telling me to be successful in this business. But literally, guys, everything is laid out for us. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Really, don't overcomplicate. You're going to overcomplicate it, but that's why we're here to say don't overcomplicate it.
It's going to happen more than once.
Yeah.
Like me and Becky were just talking about today. We did that when we got back from Summit. So
yeah. Sorry, Beth.
No, that's what I'm saying. That I'm sure in Kelsey's welcome email, she'll give you the Fit Force website. It is gold. Like, I did a video in our Soul Beauty group a few weeks ago because I was trying to get myself organized. Literally gold. Everything you could possibly need is there. It's just a matter of taking the time to go do it.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. It's being disciplined enough and consistency, guys. You can work this business intentionally for an hour. Like, be intentional for an hour a day, and you'll be surprised on where this business can take you. And Becky, last thing, I love what you said about share your goals with your loved ones. I think that was like Jason and I view this as our business. It's our thing, and it's so much fun for us. Like, he'll post videos in Soul Beauty Coach's page. Like, what? Like, okay. And like, I came home the other day. I don't know where I was. I was at an appointment. He's on the back office exploring it. Like, cause it's our thing. So, like, pair up with like a loved one, like your husband, your boyfriend, whatever it may be, and say, this is our thing that we're going to grow together. You know, get them on board so they can understand the time that you're sacrificing to do this and things like that. Yeah. Oh, Beachbody Health Bet, guys. Can everyone please go on your back office, go under announcements and look up the Beachbody Health Bet in September. I know newer coaches, this won't pertain to you, but coaches that have past challengers, contact past challengers and get them on board for this. Make a post about I have to do that, but make a post about, does anyone have a program that they want to use? Because this is just a cool opportunity to kind of rekindle those relationships, those past relationships, or even like rekindle relationships that you know that people have done a program but aren't necessarily your customer, but just get them on board for because the Beachbody is giving out like $1 million. Is it $1 million? I think
it goes up to $3 million, and it's divided by it literally could be just like $10 that you get back, but that's still like you just got $10 for doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
They add $5 with every challenge pack up to $3 million. And you have to do the tracker app, which actually is not that bad. We've been doing a test. I kind of forgot about it. I haven't posted it all week, guys. I'm sorry. But it's not that bad. And you have to work out 3 days a week and post a picture of that and drink your Shakeology 5 days a week. So it's not even every 7 days. You only have to do 3 workouts and you only have to drink 5 shakes a week.
All the information.
That's all you have to do.
All that information is in the back office. Go under like new announcements and it says Beachbody Health Bet. Beachbody Health Bet. Yeah. And then click on it and I'll give you all that information. So that goes back to what Becky was saying, like seeking out answers. Google, go on the back office, guys. I check the back office. Like, I love looking at the new announcements now. I didn't used to do that, but I just love that, just to stay informed with what's going on and everything. Stay active with what's happening in the business. So, yes. Becky, amazing call, girlfriend. You killed it. It was so incredible. Any last minute, any questions? You guys want to process it all and then you can message her? Okay, awesome. I want to take a picture so everyone smile.
Oh boy.
Save it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. All right, ladies, thank you guys so much for getting on. Kayla, I'm going to add you to the challenge group.
Yes.
Me too.
Oh, you too, yeah.
Oh, Becky, I forgot to.
That's okay.
I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll get you added.
Sorry,
and then you and I can set up a call then, one-on-one call too.
Perfect. I'll send you a message.
Yeah, just send me a message. But thanks, y'all, so much for getting on. You guys have a great night. And let us know if you have any questions too, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.